Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Ay, still not understanding.
Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. As you can see from the title, we're going to talk about how to feel better in life and be a happier person overall. Some of the things I've mentioned you might heard before and some maybe not, but even the things you have heard, I really want to dig deeper into it and explain more. We always hear love yourself, but what does that really mean? Why should we? What happens if you don't? You know what I'm saying? I want to break down these topics a bit more, and everything has a solution. And I want to show you how to see them clearly and them from just a feeling to something practical. And let me say upfront that I'm not an expert, but I've been to therapy, done my research, and gathered a lot of information over the years. What I'm sharing with you comes from what I've learned through that. But remember, before you take anyone's advice, always think for yourself, do your research, and see if it makes sense to you. I've got a few key things I want to talk about today. The first thing is to accept and understand life, your mind, and your emotion from what they really are. Life is an experience, whether good or bad, it's just an experience. When something bad just happens, don't see it as more just that. And the same goes when something's good happens. When people are upset, what do they often say? They say, life is not fair. Why do all these bad things keep happening to me? But here's the truth about life. Nobody ever promised that the life would be fair. To me, fairness is in life is the fact that you have choices, and that's the fair part. You have the freedom to choose. I don't mean you get to choose what bad things happen to you. No, bad things happen to everyone. Since one person might have abused as a child and grow up to bully others or abuse their own kids, another person with the same experience might grow up to start a business advocating for the rights of children who've been mistreated by their parents. Our brain is like a super advanced machine. How it interacts with our emotions, how emotions are formed, it's all something that can really explain. So don't settle for bad feelings, thinking just how it is and it's over. No. If you study it, you see, like every other system, if you learn how to manage it, you can shape it in the way that you want to it work. But if you don't know how, the system will be program itself. The second thing, and one of the important things, did you know the scientists proven that 95% of the decisions and actions we might make is based on our subconscious? This means you only consciously decide what to do 5% of the time. We grew up in a home where our parents speak Turkish, so we learn Turkish. We didn't learn English, right? The same goes for the way you see life. What do I mean? The first time you felt anger in your life, how was it handled? Did your mom yell at you, sit down and talk to you, or try to distract you? Or when you saw others getting angry as a child, did they yell, cry, become silent? Why the people are different? Why someone is get angry and shout and other one cry? Because this is the language that they learn. Do you think this happens consciously? No, it doesn't. Every time you feel anger, your brain automatically goes back to what it used to. And this is true for everything. Every feeling, the way you react to problems, your brain quickly tries to find a solution. One person shuts down and falls into depression, another gets anxious. So when all of this happens, what does it mean? It means that 95% of your life is being controlled by your subconscious, right? Now, what can we do about this? Nothing. You need to constantly bring your subconscious into your conscious mind. What does that mean? It means, for example, I see something and it gets stuck in my head. When I get angry, I start cursing, but this time I stop. Why did that go in my head? Do I even want to be the kind of person that I'm yelling when I'm angry? Keep following the thread back. Maybe I get so mad that someone who posted something on Instagram, that someone that I don't know, and I leave a hateful comment. Maybe it's connected to something that it just happened to me a long time ago, and then you deal with it. Tell to yourself that it was in the past and it's over. It didn't be effect on my life today, and it's over. I don't want to react like that. You change your reactions. That's how it works with everything. You constantly bring things from your subconscious to your conscious. That's how you can become a person you want to be. Be kind to yourself. What does that mean? It means that voice in your head, the one that talks to you, sometimes you're not even aware of it. For example, you didn't do something you planned to, and you tell to yourself, I'm so useless, I'm good for nothing. You've said these things to yourself so many times. Do you really think that you can live in your own paradise? That you can be happy if you can't have kindness to yourself? No. Replace those negative self-types with positive ones. Stop blaming yourself and say, that was what I could do. I plan to study today or do this task, and I did, instead of say, oh, here I go again, I'm not good for anything. Just say, I did my best, and that was all I could manage today. And that's why, guys, let me make one thing clear. I don't mean go around break people's heart, hurting them, lying to them, and then in the end say, I did my best. That's all I can do. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about how to treat yourself, your own relationship with yourself. So be mindful and kind to yourself. Please make sure you're always checking with your subconscious, asking to yourself, am I blaming myself? The third thing, don't compare yourself to others. Each of us has our own story with a unique past. First of all, you don't have any ideas how we'll grow. When you compare yourself, use it to manage your feeling and pursue the life you want. Now you might say, my situation is bad. I don't have money. My dad does this, my mom does that. None of that matters. If you really learn about the experience of others, you'll find people who became billionaires, who grew up in countries like Iran, or even in worse conditions. Life is hard, but everything can change. That's the truth. When you are about to make a decision, ask yourself if this decision really to growth. Yes, it would be hard to break up with my boyfriend. I'm attached to him. I love him, but I know he's not good for me. I knew he's hurting me. It would be hard, but after this, I would learn that being alone is not that much scary. Way more than no one else want me, because this one is just around. There are billions of people on earth. No one will going to value me. When you want to make a decision, ask yourself, is that coming from the fear or pressure? If I'm fat, am I afraid that no one ever look at me because I hate my body? Or is it comes from the fact that I love myself and I want to eat healthy and exercise and have a healthy life? This way is much better.